Hello and thanks for watching. Today I got a deck tech video for my red deck in Godzilla card game. I've been liking this deck a lot. It's been doing pretty well for me. Um, got an online tournament coming up this Sunday. I think this is what I'm gonna run. I'm not 100% sure. If it is, I might make some changes to it, especially since most of the people will probably see this video, and I'm just kind of advertising what my deck does. But I like the game, I like the deck, I'm gonna talk about it. So here we go. The idea for this deck came through Hedora. I looked at this card and said, all right, let's build something around that. And he's really not the main focus of the deck anymore. He's just kind of a good card that works with the deck. But when playing Hedora from your hand, its rank is reduced by one for each battle card in your zones. So I'm like, okay, let's play red with battle cards. Why not? And so our battle card lineup is we're going to start off with the battle cards. We're going to look at Kumanga. Manga, I love. He is a cheap. You can play him real early. If you're going first turn, you're not really gonna be able to play anything, but that's just kind of how the game goes right now. But he's a two cost, two rank, whatever you want to call it. If the card is in zone 8, he gets plus 3,000 counter power. 4,000 for two. That's way above rate. Not hard to do. Just great early game card, and then in the late game you could just kind of fill him in where you need him, and he's a little. He'll still add power. Like, not bad. It's basically him and Hedora are a great combination because you could just pop him down a whole bunch and then play Hedora for cheap. Same with Mecha Godzilla, the next battle card. He's only a rank 3, so it makes him pretty easy to play. Awakening 4 is pretty good too. It's not hard to get to 4. And then he's also 4,000 counter power, just like Kumanga can be, but a little less conditional than being in one zone. He can be in any zone, you just have to be at least in 4. And good card, good rate. You can start countering early so you can start drawing more cards earlier. You want to, that's basically the idea, is you want to counter early so you can just start filling your hand up. The next battle card we got is Varan. He's a 3 of right now. And that I'm questioning a little bit. Might make him a 2 of with Condor, just 2-2 split. But he's Awakening 6, enter, draw 2 cards, and discard 2 cards. Which is, you can fix your hand. Put what you want in the discard and draw 2 more cards, find what you need to find. It's pretty good. There are times where you're going to play him before you get that Awakening 6 ability. And then he's just below rate a sad 3,000 for 4, which you don't really ever want to do, but sometimes, I mean, if that's the difference in countering or not, then you're going to do that because you're going to start drawing extra cards anyway. Why not? But like I said, it might take him down to a 2 of because right now I have Titanosaurus as a 3 of, and he should probably be a 4 of because Titanosaurus is really good. When your monster's card rage is increased, you may move one of your other battle cards to his own unoccupied. Now, 4,000 counter is pretty low for 5, but the ability makes it pretty good, especially if you have multiple Titanosauruses out and they can start moving each other. You can use Titanosaurus to move Kumanga to 8 when you need to get him an 8, or move a card that's in your way so you don't trample it at the end of your turn and save your board. Because unlike blue, we're not really cycling our discard, so when it's gone, it's gone. But you use this to move something behind you, so at the end of your turn, you don't auto advance onto it. Just great. You can move Condor where he needs to be. You can move something into 8 to block your opponent. Just good to line cards up where they need to be. He's the only card in red, I believe, that can do that right now. Giant Condor we have as a 2 of. Best rate in the game. When you put him in the same column, he gets plus 5,000. So he's hitting for 10,000 at 5. The only downside is he is very fragile. If it sticks around for more than one turn, it's already doing a lot more than you expect of it. Because as soon as your opponent increases their rage, goodbye Condor. And every deck should be able to get one rage every turn. If not, they have completely bricked their hand or they're playing something off the wall that I don't think would be very good, but I could be wrong. However, Condor's not going to live for more than a turn 99% of the time. It's just 10,000 counter power when you need it. It's good. Good when you need it. Same with the City of Tokyo. It's another card that can add 10,000 counter power to your counter power, but it's conditional. So I'm not 100% sure on it. It's been really good when it's really good and really bad when it's really bad. It's got a low floor, high ceiling type of card. When it has two conditions to me. Each of them give you plus 5,000. Otherwise, it's just a zero card. But when you have two or more rage, your battle card in zone 8 will get 5,000 counter power. And that's not hard to do. When you get two or more rage, you put something in 8. Early on, it's usually a Kumanga, and you have the world's strongest Kumanga. One city of Tokyo can make Kumanga 14,000 for 2, which is nutty numbers, just nutty. But again, it's two conditions you have to meet. The Awakening 6 can be tricky. Rage 2 is a little easier. Um, and sometimes it'll happen when you can't meet either of these conditions and you're just looking at a dead card on your field. And that kind of blows. But it hits when it hits, it misses when it misses. I like it a lot. It might need to just turn into something else for consistency, but we'll see. I've been liking it and testing. I think it's a good card. Godzilla against Mechagodzilla, definitely up there with in contention for best card in the game. We have 22 monsters, so it's not hard to get 8 of them in our discard by the time we can play a 7 cost. And then when we play this, it's 10,000 counter power just off the bat. Ignore the rest of the card, it's 10,000 counter power, which is fantastic. But the best part of the card is when you invade, you can, if there's nothing under this card, so one time you can do it. But when you invade, you can put a monster from your discard under it, and it just sets your opponent's rage to 0. So your opponent's sitting on 7, they've got 5, 6, maybe even 7 rage, and they're thinking, I'm gonna win next turn. They can't counter me. I have plus 30,000 counter, or plus 30,000 threat, whatever ridiculous number they got. You say, boom, Mechagodzilla, invade, get rid of all that rage. 10,000 counter power, you're countered. You're not gonna not get countered when they play this thing. It's just gonna wreck their day. It's a day wrecker. Especially when they put all that resources into, they're sitting on 7 and they just think, I just need a wall. I'm a big wall, they can't overcome it, and you topple that wall so quick and they cry. They cry tears. And then again, the focus of the deck originally, Hedorah. Love Hedorah. You play one Kumanga, one Mechagodzilla, and Hedorah suddenly costs 6. Every battle card you have reduces his rank by 1, which means we can play him pretty early. We're usually playing him like 4, 5, 6. And I mean, his counter power is good. 7,000, that's pretty good. If we're playing him for 8, that's bad. But we're not playing him for 8. And the fact that he is an 8 cost, though, makes him a lot harder to remove. There's a lot of abilities in the game that destroys rank 1 through 5 cards, or 6 cards, or even a rank 7 card, but to remove a rank 8 card is a lot more conditional. There's few cards that can do it. Heat Ray, I mean, obviously can blow up anything, but it's a lot harder to get rid of a 8 rank than any other rank. So that's just 7,000 counter power on the board. That's stickier than any other card we got, basically. And he's really good. You know, we got a bunch of battle cards, and then we drop Hedorah. Especially when you drop multiple Hedorahs in one turn, it's just fun. Fun times. Let's look at the monster deck. I probably should have started there, but that's fine. It's a little typical. I mean, red. There's only so many monsters that red's running. Now, rank 1 monster is this guy. Has to be. I mean, 6,000 on the vanilla isn't that great, and this is just the card to run right now. At the beginning of your counter phase, your top card of your deck goes to your discard, and then if it's a monster, increase the rage by 1. So early on, you're just getting an extra rage from your deck. We have 22 monster cards under the deck, so it's a less than 50% hit rate, but I mean, it's worth it, because when it hits, you just get that extra rage and makes it hard to counter, and keep your opponent drawing just 1 card a turn can really, they're not going to do much with 1 card a turn, so you don't want to get countered. And that's your best chance is getting that rage. And then when you do get countered, you go to this guy. I'm a little less on this guy than I was before. I still have him in the deck and I still like him a lot, but that 8,000 threat, it's weak. You're gonna get countered pretty easily, even with the ability. When he evades, you search your deck for up to one rank 3 card named Godzilla 2023, blah 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 blah, and put it in your hand. And we have 8 of those. We have 4 of this Godzilla 2023 with burst 2, and 4 of this Godzilla 2023 with burst 2. So every time this guy invades, we're going to draw a card. If you invade 2, you're going to draw 2 of those cards, which means that's 1 or 2 rage. So you can basically think that this guy has a threat of 13,000 to 18,000 as long as you're invading. But it's just kind of, it's a low threat. And I wish it was a little better. But I mean, drawing monsters, especially since we're not like a typical red deck that's running 30 plus 30 or more monsters, like we need help drawing them sometimes. And this guy's gonna do that. Even if you invade and hold on to those 2 monsters for a future turn, like you're just making sure you have that rageable cards in your hand. And we need it with only 22 monsters to just help kind of make sure we get the monsters we need. And then rank 3 in our monster deck is this guy. This guy is really good because whenever his rages increase, he can send the top card of your deck to your discard pile. And if it's a monster card, you destroy one monster rank 6 or one of your opponent's rank 6 or lower battle cards. There's a lot of rank 6. 6 is a good one because, Destroya evolve. The first Destroya aggregate evolves into a 6. Mothra evolves into 4 or 5, sometimes 7. But there's a lot of 6 or lower cards, and this will just pop them out every time you get a rage. If you have 3 or 4 monster cards in hand and you hit on the discard ability, which again, it's not always going to hit because we only have 22 monster cards, but when it does, you can nearly board wipe every turn with this card. You can stop the destroyers from coming out, which is huge. You can stop evolutions from happening. You can stop Biolante from coming. Just a lot of things you can stop dead in the tracks. Board wipe every turn with this guy. They need to get rid of him real quick. But then when they do, we bring this guy out. And I like this guy a lot because when he invades, he's basically Space Beam. Because we're going to have 2 or more rage, I would hope. More often than not, we're going to have 2 or more rage. And then when he invades, your opponent discards cards until they have 2 cards remaining in their hand, which is a really good effect. It really turns down your opponent's turn. There's not much more they can... I mean, you're ranked 4, so they're going to draw 4 cards at the start of their turn. So they have 2 plus 4, they're going to have 6 cards in their hand, which is a lot better than them having 5 cards in their hand and drawing 4 and having 9 total. 6 is a lot, but 9 is just... They're going to win with 9 cards in their hand. You can't let that happen. Bring us down to the strategy cards. Or actually, let's go over the monster cards. So we got the 2004 Godzilla, the SP. I have 2 of them in here right now. I wish I could have more, but the 2-step it's hard to fit every 2-step card we want in because you can only have 10. But you play him at the right time, and say your opponent's in 6, you could put him in 7, and then you could play your Mecha Godzilla against Godzilla. Say you can increase 1 rank to get your heater out when you need them. Just good things like that. If your opponent's in 7 and has a battle card in 8, and you're in 7 or 8, you can use this to make them trample their own battle card, and then you can just invade to win. So it is it's a winning card for sure. You can win games with it. Very good card. Godzilla 2023, he's here because, I mean, it's a decent card. Don't get me wrong. We can use that ability for sure. But he's here just to make sure the one from the monster deck can get the draw. This one, when it's invading, if you have 2 or more rage, destroy one of your opponent's rank 6 or lower battle cards. If you invade 2, you can destroy 2 rank 6 or lower battle cards. So, just good. Let's get rid of those destroyers before they evolve. Let's get rid of whatever they're doing that's rank 6 or lower. It's just good card. Fest Godzilla, not bad. Enter if you have 4 or more battle cards in your zones, reduce your opponent's rage by 1. We're going to have 4 or more battle cards in our zones pretty often, just due to we have the lower cost ones that we could play early. And we have a lot of battle cards. So when you play this and reduce your opponent's rage by 1, all those battle cards are going to be a lot easier to counter your opponent. Just decent rage reduction is always good. 5,000 threat coming down is good. And Godzilla 2023. Another one that can be drawn from our rank 2 monster. So we have 8 total that can be drawn from him. His ability is decent. Enter, destroy one of your opponent's rank 4 or lower battle cards. A little more limiting because, you know, rank 5, 6, 7, those are the ones we really want to be removing, but it's still, you can burst this from your 2, gain a rage, and as soon as he enters, it's unconditional. You don't need rage, you don't need to be in a certain zone. It's just, he comes in, take something out. So it's really good if you're, like, say you're playing against blue and they have Biolante Rose form out, and you know they're about to cycle their deck when they need to, or if they have aggregate form out, or whatever they have at, like, if you know they're going to do something with that card, just get rid of it. Don't let it happen. Well, not much more to say on that. And then this one we have at 4 in the deck. Godzilla 1954. When this card reaches Zone 8, destroy all battle cards in each player's zone. Now, this card can be a little confusing to some new players, myself included when I was new. I had to email Bushiroad to get the answer on this card. Now, reaching Zone 8 means moving into Zone 8. Does not mean playing this over your monster in Zone 8. If you play it in Zone 8, it did not reach Zone 8. You have to either invade or be pushed into Zone 8 through some sort of movement effect. And then when that happens, you trigger the ability. But only when it moves into Zone 8. And then it happens after movement. So if you're in rank 7, if you're in Zone 7, and you invade 2, you don't win the game with this card. You have to go to 8. You can't invade more because your opponent has a battle card. Let's say they have a battle card and they're 8. The invade happens first. So after the invade is when everything blows up, and then you'd still have to wait till your next turn to be able to invade again. This and destroy all monsters strategy card, they both work the same. That's not in this deck, but that's just a good thing to know for new players is invade, the movement happens first, and then you resolve the ability. So you don't automatically win from 7 if you invade 2 with this card. But it is still just good. It is, it can be a little rough because, you know, we're battle card focused. We don't want to board wipe ourselves. So you want to make sure that if you use this ability, you're going to win the game. You need to make sure that's going to happen, or else you might just shoot yourself in the foot. Or it might be worth board wiping yourself if their board is just insane. You have to get rid of it. And the last rank 4 we have is Godzilla 1975. When invading, if this card destroys your battle cards, reduce your opponent's rage by 2, which is really good. We have cheap battle cards that we can just plop down in front of them to make it not matter, or we can use Titanosaurus to move a Kumanga or something in front of them because it's worth. If it's not doing 10,000 counter, then it's worth destroying to get rid of 10,000 threat. It's math. It's just a good card. We have the battle cards. We can invade 2 and say we destroy 2 battle cards. Then we reduce our opponent's rage by 4. That's 20,000 threat that we just got rid of by invading 2. It does not matter what 2 battle cards we blew up. It is worth removing that much rage. Even if you've destroyed like a Condor and a Mechagodzilla, you're still getting the same 20,000 value from reducing the rage, if they had that much rage to begin with. So it's just whatever card you blow up, it's going to be worth it. Good card. And then strategy cards, not many at all. I'm running 6. I don't like to run more than 6 usually. We got 2 Heat Rays, which is very good. You know, if you're in the right column against a Mechagodzilla or King of the Monsters or Destroya or anything you need to blow up, pop down Heat Ray. You can play at any turn of the game because there is no Zone 0, so you're always going to be able to play Heat Ray and just destroy whatever you need to destroy. Good card. Godzilla Landing. It's a lot like the Godzilla 2004, where it just advances your monster card or your opponent's monster card by 1 zone. And it's only 3 costs, so you can play it real early, which means it can help you get Heater out earlier. It can, if they're in 6, you can play your Mechagodzilla. You can whatever you're like, if you're one zone away, you can use this to just play what you need to play. But also, this card can win the game because if they are in 7 and you are in 7 or 8, and you just need to invade, but you can't, you can use this to make them trample their own battle card that is in zone 8. And then they destroy that battle card, and you can just invade to win. So it's a 1-2 punch. You know, this. I try to hold this card to the end just to make sure I have something I can win with. If not this card, then 2004, but you can't burst him onto a rank 4. But it's only a 1 of right now. I might just change it to Final Showdown, but again, I don't really want to wipe my own board. Maybe Unthinkable Destruction. I don't know. It's something to think about. Right now, it has won me games, but as a 1 of, it's not going to be consistent. So it's a card to think about. I like it a lot, but maybe it should just be something else. And the last strategy card is my favorite card in the deck, Space Beam. Space Beam will ruin your opponent's day unless they have some discard counter going on, which I have played against. It's usually going to ruin their day. They discard their hand until they have 2 cards remaining, which means they are usually discarding 3 cards, which is good. It reduces their options. They can't rage as much. They can't play as much. They have to really make a choice on what they're going to do. And you know that they're going to keep their best 2 cards in hand. It's just a good card. You have to have 2 or more rage to use it, but like most cards in this deck, you're usually going to have that rage. If not, it's a 2-step, which use it when you need it. You can bin a Space Beam. It's not too bad. It's not the end of the world, especially since we have 3 of them. But if you're like in rank 7 or zone 7 and you have a bunch of rage and you use this, you make them. They have to have it. If they don't have Godzilla against Godzilla, like, you're usually gonna win that game. Makes them a lot harder to counter you when they only have 2 cards in their hand, depending on how much they're drawing at the start of their turn or what rank you are. So that's the deck. That's the gist of it. It is more counter focused. You will get some invasion victories. It happens, but I think it counters more than it invades. Really, it can be hard to cross the wall when they're ranked 4. That's when you really want to bring out the Mechagodzilla. But other than that, it's not. It counters just as well as blue does, I believe. So yeah, if you have any questions or anything, just drop a comment below. I think I'm going to be running this in our Discord's online tournament Sunday. I'll drop an invite for the Discord because it is a full booster box in prizing. We're doing webcam games Sunday night, 6 p.m. Central Time, I believe it is. We ran a tournament last week. I think it had like 10 to 12 players or something. Pretty big tournament for this game because it is a niche game in the Western market right now. And the great people that run the Discord, we had fantastic judges. They had a booster box and prizing. It was a free tournament, so just free packs. And actually, the guy who got 4th, was it 4th or 3rd? It was one of them, because 4th got 1 pack, 3rd got 2 packs. But one of them got the SP King of the Monsters, which is really cool. We opened all the packs on stream, and it's just a cool community. We get to hang out and have fun, play the game that we love to play. So if you're interested in that, join the Discord and see if you can sign up Sunday. If not, there are webcam games going on all the time. Just join in and say you're looking for a game, and someone will usually be there to play with you. So yeah, I'll see how this goes on Sunday. Maybe I can win, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll get dunked on and this whole thing is a joke. But it's been working pretty well for me. I think I'll do okay with it at least. But there are some really good players in the Discord. Until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.